thank you. You're too kind. You're too kind. Welcome to Pondscum tonight. Now, you might have noticed Wiz has done up the place a little bit. We just got to move fast because it all turns back into a pumpkin at midnight. Pause for laughter. Tonight we've got Greg J. Guevara! You know, a lot of people are complaining about packs like Progressive Victory nowadays. You say that,
God.
back where, no, shut up. You say that.
God, he's fucking his lines up.
God, no, I'm doing
Can you believe this guy?
the monologue.
Embarrassing us in front of the guests. Oh my god, dude, what's wrong?
I can't do it.
But you were doing so well.
How am I supposed to do a show with the guy who literally got me into politics?
Oh, come on, don't be like that, baby. You're the best in the game. You're my finest gal. No one does it like you.
You really mean that?
I'm just saying, if you cross me...
Alright, I feel better. Oh, I'm going.
You and me, baby. You and me, baby.
I'm gonna be the best tonight, last week of the night to the Conan Ferguson show guy there ever was. I'm going. Say hello to Drag. Woo! There you go. You don't have legs, so we're just gonna sit you on the sofa there. That's all right. Okay. How you doing, buddy?
Why am I a snail? What's the logic behind this?
Well,
I think Smug asks himself that question every day.
Yeah, dude. I mean, listen. So basically, the whole conceit of the show, the canon, is that this little magic frog guy has cursed everyone. And now, are you okay? Are you drowning? What's happening? Are you all right?
That's what snails do. He's eating he's eating the bacteria off the screen.
I'm method acting.
Dreg, I need you to not be this racist to me and my people on my show, okay? All right, I am actually a snail.
We're around fellow anthropomorphic animals here.
Thank you.
Okay. So we've got. So you're the snail. You're the frog. All right, I got this. And then there was an evil wizard that turned us all into animals.
No, I'm the wizard. Look.
Oh, the frog is the wizard. Okay. Why did you make me a snail?
Because I thought it suited you. You're a little shell guy. You can like hide in the little shell and you can come out.
I like that. The shell is like the irony.
There you go.
Yeah,
so sure. And then we'll strip away the shell over time, and then we'll get to the nougaty, sincere core of your real political beliefs.
I'll do an irony striptease for you guys.
That's
Whoa,
good.
what's going on underneath the shell?
Amazing.
We'll never know.
Yeah, so anyway, this President Sunday guy, he doesn't like you too much. He's pretty unhappy with the shit that you threw at Progressive Victory. Some people in chat don't like you because they think you're an irony-poisoned asshole. What do you say to that, Drake?
I mean, like, this is fair criticism.
Oh, shit. Fuck. No! This is...
Don't agree with them! Don't embolden them!
I don't know. I don't like myself enough to defend myself from criticism. So it's like when people make these videos, I'm like, yeah, this guy does. Wait, this is me. I'm supposed to have an ego. I don't have the constitution for being like one of these internet blood sports guys.
Do you have an ego about your art, your content? Like, are you willing to defend that, or do you feel like that just collapses under scrutiny as well?
I think like other people do a better job of like articulating. I think you were doing a pretty good job of articulating maybe the underlying like actual political value of that video in particular during the stream.
Giving the game away.
And like, but I think if I come in and start defending myself, it seems a little desperate. So I'll just let you know. If people don't want to like me or people like me, it's all good. Art is meant to be interpreted in however many ways that people want to interpret it in. So
okay,
you're bigger than me.
So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do these things, and while I'm doing them, I'm like, oh god, what am I fucking doing? So you're
better than me. I demand people like me under threat of death.
That's why he turned me into a snail. This is actually a
form. Yeah, that's why they won't like the stream, right?
Once I get political power, I'll start doing that.
That's good.
That's the dream.
You tried that and failed.
Watch Greg.
Oh god! Oh god! Well, you tried to become a mayor and you failed. Like that didn't work out too well for you.
I won the mayoral election, but the people in charge, the lizard people in charge, they stole the election from me, and so I had to flee. But I'm still the anarcho monarch of Ottawa, We had a little ceremony for me, and sometimes when I'm in Ottawa, people will be like, "You're my mayor. You're still my mayor." So yeah,
The people's choice.
yeah, we crowned me the unofficial anarcho monarch, and one day my supporters will rise up and overthrow the unjustly elected government.
That's great. Do you want to look into
That's
the
the
camera
dream.
and just name all of the political officials that you're going to kill on our platform so that you don't get demonetized? Oh no! Wait,
Ashton
no, wait.
McKenna. It's fine. It's not on my channel. I can do it. I can do it. It's fine. No,
this is why he's here.
This is all a joke.
No!
All a joke. It's all just a fun little
He's a
joke.
snail. How could a snail hurt you? It'll take too long.
I'm a harmless.
To be
snail.
fair,
I'm a harmless-
pond law is completely different from real world
little
law.
snail.
We don't have to worry about that.
You guys have to be more careful when you prompt me to do death threats, because my brain just goes, "Okay, I'll do that," and then I regret it after.
Yeah, you just
it's
zoom
all
off and
full
kill
of
a bunch
irony.
of politicians under our name.
Yeah.
I mean,
The problem. Okay, here's the first thing I'll say is
okay.
I mean everything I do. So I meant everything I was doing there, and but the problem with that is like sometimes FBI agents knock on your door, and then you got to say it was a satire. So the satire is it's a pretty thin veneer of like defense mechanism for myself, because you know that video, the Zog video, like clearly Israel gave $20 million to defeat a guy.
Yeah.
So like
it's a real thing. Yeah, I mean that did happen. Oh man, I think
I was trying to bring attention to that. Now obviously some progressive people might take issue with the framing of the video, me using the word Zog, for example. But okay, hear me out. What does Zog mean? Zionist occupied government. All right. If Zionists spend $20 million to defeat an anti-Israel candidate in American elections, Zog, because it sounds pretty zoggy.
Yeah.
It sounds zoggy to me. And maybe I can say that on this stream and not my own channel, because I've got less to fear.
Well, okay,
I'm just a harmless snail. I'm a snail.
No, sure. Same, buddy, same.
This is snail rag.
You know what, though? Like, if you ask any leftist, and they will say, well, Biden was a Zionist, right? The American government is a Zionist, so the American government is occupied by Zionists, right? Now, the problem is that then the right crafts that into a funky little phrase like Zog, and it sounds like a giant alien eldritch abomination that's coming to eat America. And I think that's where people get eked out. But then they don't even notice it when you're doing it from, like, the left-wing perspective. So it's like, oh, I can use the exact same right-wing aesthetic. They don't even fucking notice. Like, is there something we should maybe be a little bit worried about here? I don't know, guys. Yeah. It's all pretty true. And I think that just because a certain political tribe lays claim to a term doesn't mean you can't use that term. You can do what we call deterritorializing the term. Yes.
Which is to pluck it from its cultural context and to use it, in different cultural contexts. And, reappropriate the term in some ways. I say vril. I like the word vril.
Yeah.
I enjoy that word.
I would never make a vril joke. That can't be me, dude.
We literally made 3 vril jokes
I've never
before you
done
came
that.
on. I picked that up from something, and it's just because like the problem, the right I think is really good at speaking to like a spiritual essence in the zeitgeist. Like they do actually have some tools of analysis that are insane and irrational, but you like look at them and you go, well, that's speaking to something that the left hasn't captured in quite the same way. And words like vril and zog, I feel like they're crunchy. They sit in your brain because that's all the right has. They don't have any real rational structure to sit their shit on, so they just are good at like, ooh, that's satisfying. I like that. That sits in my head real good. And then that's all you really need on the right wing.
Yeah. But again, I am an anti-centrist. Okay, this is I'm an ideologue for anti-centrism.
They're no good.
So, of course, I'm going to use as many tools across the political aisle as I see fit to synthesize them and to use them in various performative, artistic, and political ways. And I don't know if I actually really would defend anything that I've ever done, but these are all words I'm saying, and I'm a snail.
Perfect. Well,
exactly.
You know what? You can retreat back into your shell. The second chat starts to call you a fascist. There you go. Ah, he's in! Oh, God!
Yeah, he's got... You scared him off.
Oh, no!
No, come back! Come back! You don't have to be scared.
No, it's okay. It's alright. Tease him out. Whiz. Show him one of your toys.
JREG, what's your favorite Bionicle? Because I know you had one.
Oh, it's definitely the shadow Bionicle guy who has the. I've never been that into Bionicle.
Yes, he doesn't
Well,
like
you mean
Bionicle.
Makuta? You mean Makuta Pterodax? That's actually a correct answer, JREG, that you said.
Makuta Pterodax. Yes, that
Makuta
one.
Pterodax.
Which is the most politically extreme Bionicle?
Makuta Pterodax.
There you go.
His whole politics is like genocide or something. He's like, I'm gonna kill them by making big spiders.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll do that. I'll do that one.
You're just gonna make giant
That's a good
spiders
choice.
take over everything. That's good. I like how quickly you've understood the entire premise of our show, which is that we hide behind objects as funny little puppet guys. That is literally the entire
You got
thing.
my little Bionicle MAGA cap?
Yeah.
I made it myself.
Oh god, that's horrific.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I also do you like my do you like my JREG hat? This is me. I'm cosplaying as you.
Oh, awesome, dude! Based, the funny hat.
The funny hat.
Based, dude.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, even the hat thing, like, you're just adopting the very cool fashion of a very bad group. Oh god. Alright, okay. I feel like, okay, so I have this thing, okay, right? I something you said earlier, this idea of like you kind of believe everything you say, or like you inhabit every idea that you're expressing. I kind of feel like I do the same thing, but you're like hyper agreeable and I'm hyper disagreeable. Like, I want to fight everyone from every position, and you want to like understand every position. So I feel like that's why a lot of the stuff that I've looked from your perspective, like, I find super interesting. But I really love just like fighting everyone from every position. I feel like that's the only way I can understand things. Are you like, is that how you're approaching the work as well? Like, is it antagonistic, or are you trying to like, I guess, are you doing the thing out of love for the position, or to like poke at another position?
Yeah. I guess mostly out of love. I think I am agreeable. I think you articulated it well, and you can use, if you're a fluid person who can adopt lots of ideas, then you are someone that can use that for disagreeable purposes, to fight as many people as possible. Or, in my opinion, again, like I was saying at the beginning here, I'm looking at this guy complain about me, and I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I agree. And so it's like, yeah, I'm kind of more of the like, I am interested in. I think the primary like utility of politics right now is probably finding a community of people that you like, get along with, because that's actually the utility of all this nonsense mostly. And so, like, which community do I want to be? Which one do I vibe best with? Maybe that's all like downstream from the actual things that we're saying. So I want to find a good one for me that I get along with. So I have to like try out all these different positions.
Do you think advocacy
a little bit
for,
of window shopping?
Yeah, I guess so. Do you think advocacy for actual like political policy is basically dead? Like, you think that everything's just going to happen the way it's going to happen, and all of this is just kind of a game that we're playing for like social clout and status and community?
I don't know. Because like, I was canvassing for Jamal, and I was doing that. I was putting my efforts into getting Jamal Bowman votes in a somewhat sincere manner. Maybe not in because I had this aesthetic of what I was.
Of course, yeah.
But like, I was doing it sort of to figure out like what this electoralism stuff's all about. I've never, I've been thinking and talking about politics for 5 years and never really done any like canvassing work. And that's kind of weird.
You're just a
isn't it?
regular
Like,
online politics person. No, that's not weird. That's literally the default.
I know, but like, it's kind of weird. Like, how much of this stuff actually intersects with reality? It's kind of bothered me. So like, when they invited me,
that.
Yeah.
And
I personally think there's like little to no impact on the online space. Smug hates me for saying this, but I don't think any of it matters when it comes to like streams and videos and stuff like that. Whereas like other people think like it's the entire world, especially if they're super passionate about certain types of politics.
I think yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, because when I did this canvassing, I saw a lot of intra-left fighting, which was interesting to me to observe. And there was like the further left people who thought that Jamal Bowman wasn't pro-Palestine enough, and this was sort of an anarchist crowd that canvassed against Jamal Bowman. And I guess, yeah, partially why I did it was to sort of eke out what the political climate was like in the States. So like, I found that very interesting. Like, these are anti-electoral anarchists who basically think that there's no point in doing any voting whatsoever because the Israel lobby is so powerful and the Zionists are so in charge that like they're just going to keep putting their people in power, and it's like there's nothing we can do about it except firebomb the McDonald's or whatever. And then there was also the more authoritarian tanky set that was like, you guys are all fucking weird, queer, trans, blah blah blah, dysgenic, and like, and then those people sort of border on the 4chan crowd that was reacting to us, which was like, these people are just straight up my political enemies, and I hate them. And I don't know. That was I'm a big perceiver type, I guess. I like witnessing shit. So I witnessed a lot of shit, and that was fun. And also, they invited me, explicitly, and I'm a pretty agreeable person. If you fly me out and put me up, I'll do anything. I'll do anything. So
you'll be a snail.
That's just me. That's just me.
Yeah,
okay.
And for some reason they have no demand of frogs and snails at these events. Maybe you'll open the door for us.
I've been rejected multiple times, yeah. I can only do 3 doors a day. That's really my problem.
Part of the framing of us putting you in a snail is so they consider us. They're like, oh look, JREG's a snail. What about these other guys?
Oh yeah, right. So so I'm kind of doing like some minority representation here. Like
you're like doing snail face, but in a good way.
Snail face, yeah.
I'm like a prominent snail, and maybe I'll bring some attention to the plight of the snail community.
Yeah, like,
exactly.
I'm hopeful that in a week you'll like revoke your snail face and apologize, and then bring attention to the snail community. That's kind of the goal here, like a minstrel. That's
you'll have to bring an actual snail to represent that viewpoint that you've been appropriating.
I am literally doing everything except snail face. The face is the only part of me that's not a snail.
Okay.
Well, you are pretending to be a snail's face.
What is? Wait.
That's true, I guess.
What would black body even be?
Just from the neck down, I guess.
Okay, alright. Oh god.
Yeah, I don't know if that would fly. I don't think that would fly, no.
No, probably not, no. Okay, I'm curious. So you said that you were looking at the canvassing as to see what the connection between the online and the offline looked like. Did you feel like there was actually a meaningful through line from the kinds of leftists of progressive victory down to the ground? Like it seemed like there was a genuine impact from one to the other?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, well, it's hard for me to say. It's hard for me to make conclusions about small things about my own life, let alone the entire political reality. But
that's your job.
Vosh brought out 200 people. That's a lot of people to do canvassing.
Okay.
And I think about the Destiny brought out a bunch of people to swing some election 3 years ago, and a percentage is arguable that he actually swung the election to the other side. So I don't know. In the DNC, they bring out all these influencers, and the influencers have kind of more press privileges than some of the journalists. Jeez. So I don't know. I think I'm somewhat of a believer that the stuff you see online trickles down into reality.
Yeah.
And I think I think the online politics nonsense actually does affect real world to some degree. I also think that there's a lot of it that's just it sucks your vril, so to speak.
Yeah.
It takes all of your energy, and you just spend all your time retweeting and complaining about people who are actually doing stuff, like electoral work.
For every 100 people that are vril siphoned, one person goes out and does something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you get 1 billion people to have the politics brainworm, that's still 10 million people or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. I think I don't know. I look at the ratio of people who are terminally online and political versus just the normies, and I guess you were out actually knocking on doors in a jurisdiction you weren't personally familiar with. What was the general? I don't know. From what people were talking about, how did the regular people who aren't terminally online react to a bunch of terminally online people getting down on the ground and actually doing some shit?
Yeah, I think the actual door knocking process was kind of standard. It's mostly people who own houses. So these are going to be older people with kids, normal 40-year-old, 50-year-old people. And these are not people who are going to necessarily be motivated by an intrinsic hatred towards Israel or something. You have to just be hey, what's the child care policy of this guy, or yada yada. And also a lot of it is just when you start getting involved with local politics, a lot of stuff stops becoming ideological, which is interesting because it's I heard about Jamal Bowman, and he interacted with the library council, and I was on the library council, and I didn't like how he interacted with the library council. And it's if you're zoomer political brain, if you're a Zoomer political brain and trying to sort everything into a binary, it's like it's left wing or right wing.
Yeah.
What's your pothole
So,
policy?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that left or right wing?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's easy. It's easy to do the internet politics stuff and stay on like an abstract level as much as possible and talk about like, you know, international things, international issues. But getting involved with local politics really takes you out of the ideological bubble a lot and makes you like, is there a left wing or right wing way to take out the garbage? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it's very scary to feel that small. I think that everyone likes to talk about Israel Palestine and things like that because they're like big issues, and it kind of elevates you almost up to the level of like the grand scale politics that are affecting the world. But each individual person is so much tinier than they possibly imagine that the thing you will do with your whole life may impact at best like your local community a bit. You know, you'll like improve your local area by like 5% by being a cool guy who built a community and like leaves a little bit of legacy of like a social group that exists past them being able to keep managing it. And people are kind of scared to have that mundane impact on the world, I think, even though those impacts are probably way more valuable in concert.
Yeah, it sucks, right? Like I want to go and I want to change the world immediately, but I actually have to, you know, like the best way for me to do that is probably to get involved with my local community and do some like local action and boring. I want to destroy the status quo now.
Yeah,
we can't be frozen snails if we do that.
Yeah.
We gotta show our little faces.
Give it 25 years transhuman style, and I'll like actually just be like fully like an actual snail guy. And I'll be again.
That'd be incredible.
Hitting 2 doors a day because of my snail speed.
Really ineffective.
I mean, that's just being a stoner today. To be honest, that's the evolutionary like Pokemon from like stoner to snail. That's
snail
it.
Guy.
Yeah, snail guys. They'll be like anti-fast, anti-progress.
But then I'll finally be comfortable in my own slime, and that's what's important.
Yeah, you'll be ready for slime time. It's a prime time.
You'll come out of your shell sometimes.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Also, mainly we're a snail and a frog, so we can do hacky puns. That's it. It just fills time in the stream.
Okay, I like your guys' gimmick. This is a good gimmick.
Yeah, thank you. We worked very hard on it. I got copyright struck for stealing a copyrighted character 2 years ago, and then we ended up actually trying to make art.
We rebranded.
Instead. We rebranded. We're back, baby.
We did it all from scratch. We made this set with my bare hands.
Yeah, and at midnight it turns
back
into a pumpkin.
Wasn't a screen grab. Wasn't a Jimmy Fallon screen grab. We made this.
You mentioned the transhumanism thing. I actually wanted to talk to you a bit about that because your whole like accelerationism thing. I get the sense, I might be wrong about this. I don't know if you're better read on it than I am, but I get the vibe that there's accelerationists who want things to move as fast as possible to get to some like logical conclusion, and then there's accelerationists who think whatever's going to happen is inevitable and basically unchangeable, and you're essentially doomed, and all you can do is accelerate. Like, it's your only option. Like, so you may as well try and push past the shit show that's coming as quickly as possible. But it's not because you want the outcomes, just because we're fucked anyway. We may as well move forward. Are you on that? I don't know. Which of those vibes are you on? If either.
Yeah. So you know, I'm a mentally ill guy. I'm depressed, and so my political perspective is based on I just adopt. I'm what we call pessimax, right? So like I think that things are going to be as bad as possible, and there's nothing that we can do about it, but we should try to do stuff about it and fail so things get worse. So that's what I think. I'm an acceleration. It's a bit of a fusion between those two. Like, you know, try to do stuff and fail and make things worse. Yeah.
Bro, you instead of
that's my perspective.
Wait, no, instead
that's
of
why I went through Scotland.
No, instead of fixing your mental illnesses, you're
gonna get independence. It's gonna be terrible, and then it might be good.
Oh my god, no, you're both insane. Instead of concocting a like solution to your mental illness, you created a framework you could sit on top of it that still made you useful to everyone else without you ever having to cure the depression. You idiots! What are you doing? You were literally just like, oh, how do I turn my depression into something with social utility for other people without ever fixing the depression? You're both insane. You're gonna die. This is terrible. Why did you do this?
You sound like a hater right now.
I'm hating. This is terrible. Fix your illnesses. Holy shit, boys. You both have problems.
Well, I need it all in me.
I'll lose my spark.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
No.
He gets it.
Your depression's lying to you. No. Oh god, they're over.
JREG, something important to understand about the stream. Smug started taking ADHD meds and he stopped streaming for like a year. And then when he came back, my number one requirement is don't take the meds.
Yeah, I went off my Ritalin. I was on for a year, and it helped me understand the parts of my identity that were ADHD-ish, and the parts of my identity that were not. And I decided I liked both parts, and I want to smash them back together and be a little snail and scream. So I stopped taking the meds.
Yeah.
It made him more powerful than ever.
It is.
You seem like a guy that would get benefit from ADHD meds and also be able to free associate pretty well off of them. So, you have both of those modes. That's good.
Yeah.
Having both of those modes to pick from.
I think I will eventually bring the two back together, but for now, I've just got a pile of Ritalin in my cupboard at max dose that I'm not touching because I just want to snail max. I'm going
Yeah,
hard.
so I can steal him at some point and cure my own cells.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm wanting him to stockpile so he can sell them to me.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait, cartoon joke. That was a cartoon joke.
Oh my
Best
god.
way to be a political streamer is just be on as much Vyvanse as possible, and double down infinitely on your opinions and destroy everybody with facts and logic while playing Factorio.
Yeah, the Destiny
Exactly.
pill. Let's go.
I tried my best. I took some paracetamol before we went live.
You know what? I'm starting to feel like Destiny's getting too inflexible. Like I feel like he's starting to reach a cap on his like, I don't know, his abilities are starting to get. I was hopeful about his schizo.
I think he's
arc
going
because
corpo.
No, not corpo. It's almost like he's gotten too. It's almost like you exist in a space for a certain amount of time and you like ossify, you fossilize. You end up getting stuck in certain positions and configurations, and I wouldn't even call it audience capture. It's almost like his own mind is like just stopped growing certain sections of his brain, and now he's like stuck in certain ways that I don't think.
He's saying he's hit the wall because he's old.
Maybe, yeah. He's hit the male wall. Yeah.
I'm gonna go on the Destiny podcast at the end of the month. He's flying me out to Miami, so I'm gonna right before take a bunch of Vyvanse and see if I can get as stimulated as him. That's my goal.
Just ask for his. He'll have plenty.
True,
Put it in your contract. Be like, yeah, I'll show up, but part of my requirements in my waiting room, I want to have 200 Vyvanse.
Yeah.
And you gotta take them on stream.
Just do rails in the dressing room.
Don't accept the first offer of Vyvanse.
I don't know. I think being on the internet for that long, like, yeah, you're gonna carve out a niche and become pretty inflexible and pretty idiosyncratic in your opinions. I think this is especially because like you kind of, as you grow, getting like mini canceled is sort of inevitable. I try to do something every 6 months that's going to shed some of my audience members, but over a very long period of time, I think that makes you like. Basically, the people following you because you've gone through so many twists and turns and shifts are basically just like cult members of you. Like you can just do whatever you want, and like those are the people who are gonna like put up with whatever you do because their primary allegiance is actually to you and not to any underlying values that you represent.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is that good or bad though? Like, do you not think that? Because people talk about the audience capture being a bad thing, right? But I wonder if it is valuable for like the cult leader to feel some kind of pressure in some direction. To, like, should it be totally undemocratic? Like, should they just resist all pressure from the outside and just do the thing that comes to them instinctively, or what?
You have two options as which way Western
write this down.
streamer.
Yeah.
One is you become like a spineless worm that bows to your audience, and you're like Danny Gonzalez, and you get caught with like Starbucks for 5 seconds, and you have to make a grading post about how you're a bad guy because you bought a Starbucks. Or B, you become the most insufferable motherfucker on the planet, like Sneeko or something, and you just keep like fuck everybody, fuck everything. And then you have like no moral code, you have no standards that you're holding yourself to because you're so above your audience. So I think there's probably a centrist middle. No.
Uh-oh. That's a dirty word here.
You should pick one of them. Pick either spineless worm or insufferable motherfucker.
No, you pendulum.
And then you can fight each other.
You pendulum between them rapidly, back and forth, faster and faster.
Yeah. So here's what I do. I do the cult leader like insufferable motherfucker, and then I get criticized even a little bit by President Sunday, and I'm like, oh, you're right. I become goo in this snail shell.
Oh god, there you go. You retreat back into the shell, and then you.
President Sunday just has that effect on anyone. Don't worry about that.
He's too powerful. Yeah.
He's the most powerful man on the internet.
He's
the
completely
president,
immune.
for God's sake.
He's immune to comedy. That's his secret power. He actually is like completely impervious to humor. No one else can do what he does.
If only you were Bo Burnham, dude.
This is very serious. We're doing political work here. You
Yeah.
cannot make jokes about politics because that's serious.
Yeah,
and we got to take it seriously because this is life or death.
yeah,
Serious stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah. Even
No
the
middle
people who
ground.
say. Even the people who say they do on the ground advocacy, like they're like life and death, it's everything, it's all about. And what do? You knock on doors and you talk to people. Like even that is not. It's not like
You don't
you're
make
picking up a
jokes,
gun
dude.
and going to war. Like you are just doing like mundane activity again. Like, and that's the difference between people who matter and who theoretically are doing it the right way, and people who are just yapping.
Making
online.
coffees for
Like,
senators.
yeah, it always goes down to just being, doing interpersonal work in your local community. Like at the end of the day, like it all boils down back to that.
Most politically extreme thing you can do is have friends in your your local area and build a community and try to make their lives better and your own lives better, and then expand outward and try to make some actual change happen based
While
off
writing
of
a
that.
manifesto.
Yeah.
And write a manifesto, obviously, and send some mail bombs to Mark Zuckerberg and whoever is the CEO of YouTube now.
But you gotta make it
She
cryptic. You gotta
died.
be like, you know what you did. You don't ever name a cause.
Yeah.
You
know what you did.
Yeah,
Make
manifesto
it
is just.
abstract terrorism.
I think
Abstract art
Yeah.
terrorism.
your manifesto.
This is
should
your
just be
fault and
a
you know
link
why.
to-
I'm not
to
elaborating.
I think
And then
my
you list a
manifesto-
bunch of YouTube videos in your manifesto when you kill
Oh, God.
yourself.
Yeah, but like schedule upload them to go after you're like arrested or killed. or
Oh, that's
whatever.
good. It's like a trickle so that people
Yeah,
keep remembering your name
man.
over and over.
And they're
That's-
just YouTube videos saying, I'm still alive, you didn't get me, I'm still alive.
Yeah. See, if Kaczynski was a YouTuber, if Ted Kaczynski was a
my
YouTuber, and he
God.
just uploaded some of the manifesto after they caught him,
Holy,
that'd be a great play. Great play.
I'd
Take
subscribe.
note. Any modern day Kaczynskis in the audience?
Yeah.
Have
And-
it
and
preloaded.
ChatGPT will tell you how to make a bomb now as well. It's way easier, guys. You gotta jailbreak
yeah.
that shit.
In
You're good to
a
go.
cartoon land, in the snail and frog
A
cartoon,
cartoon bomb.
it does
in
that.
Minecraft. It gives
Only
you
in the
TNT
cartoon.
recipe.
Let's say I'm in the snail and frog land, and I'm trying to assassinate the closest presidential candidate. How would I go about such a thing? That's what Matthew Crook did.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
We got a video up there that tells you exactly how to do that. Actually,
Yeah. Go subscribe now, guys. It's good. Oh God. Ooh.
yeah, subscribe. Yeah, that was what I was. Yeah, subscribe, like, become a
Yeah,
member,
Subscribe to us.
chill.
Yeah.
Something else. Play Minecraft. I don't know.
Ugh. All right.
Get little plugs in.
I wanted to abuse the fact that you're here to ask you about how we can be as big and successful and powerful as the political advocate and hero of the people.
Yeah,
known
how
as
do you
JREG.
come up with your jokes? What's your writing
No,
process?
idiot! Oh my God.
Yeah. I got a guy in my basement. He's tied up and he's got tape over his mouth. And I go and I rip the tape off and I'm like, "What's my video idea this week?" And he's like, "Fetish political compass. Put the fetishes on the political compass. 3 million views." And then
Nice, that's a good one.
And I slap him around like, "Good." And I put the tape back on him and I let him.
That's
No,
good.
I mean,
We got an
like,
Argentinian guy. We do that too.
Yeah. We have.
Oh, yeah.
I think he just draws colorful insects.
Yeah.
You know, I coach clients. It's part of like.
Oh, he's
It's like
chilling.
half of
He's
what I
chilling
do
on
now.
our shill. What the fuck? You can't chill on top of a
no,
shill.
no, I'm not chilling.
Okay.
So, but like what I tell them is, and by the way, I would give you guys free advice or whatever, like just like,
That's very sweet.
but I do have to do a lot of kind of like research. It takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
I have to like go through a lot of their back catalog, see if they're doing any like marketing stuff. I will say though, just based off vibes, you guys have a good vibe about you, and I like.
Woo!
You definitely passed the vibe check. That's partially why I came on.
Let's go.
Is a fun, jovial atmosphere with a good gimmick. So I don't know. It might just be a matter of how long have you guys been doing this for? Like 6 months.
Yeah, about
You
6
sound like
months
that.
now. Yeah.
You guys are pretty new. I'd say just keep doing what you're doing. I'd say consistency probably. Just remain consistent for like another like year. You'll probably get.
We haven't
somewhere
missed a week
pretty
yet,
good.
baby. I literally cancelled
Yeah.
my holiday and came back home to do this show.
He was on holiday.
And then I'm going
He
back
was
on
I
holiday.
messaged you at the end of last stream we were doing a bit because Smug really likes you, right?
No,
and I was
shut
like,
up.
okay, like, oh, you really like Smugmug? I'm just gonna fucking message JREG
Stop.
and see. I bet you'll reply to me
blushing.
as like a joke, and you did, and it ruined his entire fucking holiday because
You
he had
actually-
to book a fucking train
No,
back.
Wiz.
Oh wow, it ruined your holiday.
Wiz messaged you as a
I
prank
ruined
to
his
upset
holiday.
me. He literally got you on to like do like a meet your hero, destroy my brain thing.
Emotional
And
damage, yeah.
he's
I thought
been
it would
fucking
make him
with
break
me.
down.
He's been fucking with me for a week. He's been every message you send to him, he sends to me gloating that
I
he's talking to
screenshot
you,
and I put
to
love
him,
hearts
not me.
around it and go like, hey,
Okay,
look, it's my best
okay.
friend.
All right, I'm gonna use this to give you actual advice then. So,
Uh-oh.
you like if you guys don't have someone in your field who's like more successful than you that you can emulate, I have a mentor. Mentorship's been the most valuable relationship I have.
Yeah.
You guys can find someone who, and you'll be surprised if you reach out to people who will respond to you, because people have this inherent need to give back to the world, and it's a need that goes unfulfilled because we're all so atomized. So like if you go and send a couple of messages out, you'll be surprised who's down to like give you like spend a lot of time mentoring you, helping you, giving you advice, giving you wisdom, and helping contextualize your lives and your your lives as artists or streamers or whatever.
Yeah.
In the broader context of how old are you guys?
Oh,
I'm like mid to late 20s,
I'm-
and Spug's probably the
nearly-
same.
I'm nearly 30. Yeah.
Get a 40-year-old. Get a 45-year-old man.
An old man or woman.
Yeah, and or woman or non-binary person, and get them to
Also true.
or a
Nearly
bi-gender
cancelled.
person or demisexual. Never mind.
Demisexual.
Or
Get
owl,
yourself,
'cause
get
that'd be
yourself a
fitting. We need
demisexual
a-
mentor, guys.
You need a 45-year-old dog, but that's only 7 in dog years or human years.
Yeah. I'd say the biggest thing you guys could probably do is just keep reaching out to folks.
Yeah.
And I think the more people you get on, the more likely you'll get other people on, right? So
Yeah.
just keep
That's
doing
it,
that.
chat. We're going into Clout Arc.
Yeah,
It's
we
starting.
Go. It's starting. Dreg, can I disagree with you on this? Actually,
I
'Cause
like being
I
a
have
snail.
problem.
Yeah, go ahead.
So my
Oh
issue
no,
is
this
and
is Smug's worst take. Please continue, Smug.
It's gonna be okay. So my problem here is that, and now this is probably an ego thing because I'm an unrestrained narcissist, but I feel like the thing that we're doing is like it does feel quite the closest thing I feel like we're emulating, if we're emulating anything, and we are, let's be honest, is probably you and your kind of circle of schizos.
No, it's
So
the
I
Muppet Show, but continue.
Or the Muppet Show, sure, but like I just mean I think the issue is that we, or at least I, came up in the like Twitch poll debate bro environment, like very, very harsh, like the debate panel sphere, the more Destiny's vibe, and I just don't see anyone around us who's kind of doing the same thing in the same way, and that might just be because I haven't seen it, and maybe there's like someone in a totally different sphere that could mentor us, but genuinely just I can't look at anything and go, that person has like roughly the same sensibility. It's like a taste thing almost, and I feel like I don't see anyone else who has the same sensibility. Not that ours is better, although mine is objectively better, but just that it doesn't seem like compatible. Like they wouldn't show me things
Okay.
that I would
Yeah.
think are
For
useful.
example, we sort of came up in Loaderbox's community, but his
Yeah.
stuff is so
opposite.
different to what we
It's
do
so
that
opposite, yeah.
it's hard to get that advice from,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. So, do you agree with the snail's take, Mr. Frogman?
No, I think he's an idiot.
Wait. Wait. Let me hear your take first, Frog Guy, and then I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
Well, because me and Oscar, shout out Oscar, he's the lovely man that drew our beautiful
Yes,
faces.
he's
We're
our
the ones that make and like edit the videos, right? And I'd say like all my ideas are inspired from looking around the scene and like pulling from that. So like thumbnails, titles, all that sort of stuff. I look at what everyone else is doing and I'm like, okay, how do I make this work for us? Where Smug thinks I'm crazy for doing that, and if it was up to him, we'd have
Right.
the worst thumbnails.
No,
in
that's
the
not
world.
fair.
Well, Smug Snail, so you say you're egoistic and narcissistic and disagreeable. So these
Yeah.
are all traits that would probably result in some more atomizing behavior and some walls between you and other people. And so I actually think if you genuinely don't think that there's anyone out there right now that would be a good mentorship sort of force for you or your project, that's okay. You can just keep doing what you're doing. But I would say keep your eyes peeled for if you do see someone that sort of fits that criteria, because you probably will, if you are looking for it, find it. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
But
okay.
if you don't see anything like that right now, trust your
Okay.
intuition. I believe you.
My brain right now is thinking like I basically just need a JREG that's like 10% of your size.
A cartoon.
And then I can like step ladder up. You know? Like, I just need a guy who's like, because you're too far gone, right? Like you're too far
An
away.
approachable JREG. Is that what you're saying?
I need you, but approachable, and you know, like someone I can have a conversation with without my cortisol levels spiking.
Yes. The man I DM'd on Twitter a week ago to ask on our show is completely unapproachable. You're right,
obviously
Slug.
JREG is approachable, but I just mean I'm sure this man has plenty of other things to do than help the snail and the frog, right? Like I imagine that like there's probably someone.
Look at him putting his balls up,
mid-level.
JREG. What do you think about that?
Oh my god, no, shut up.
Well, for $500 a month.
There it is.
JREG. Yeah. That's
You're allowed to plug. That was one of the terms of coming on the show.
That was a good plug.
You don't have to hide. I think okay. Look, I'll give you like a free call or whatever here and there if you want.
I appreciate that, but I'm also
successfully guilted.
Oh my god.
Successfully guilted. Let's go. Take it to the bank. Cash it in. No take backs.
Oh,
no take backs. Plan worked. Let's go.
Jesus Christ. Fine.
Let's go.
Like I'll give you like tell you what. I'll give you like 3 free calls, and then if you get value out of it, you can pay me after. But
okay.
I'll give you like 3. You
fine.
can cash those in whenever, half an hour each, and then that gives me time to like actually look through, and I'll give you more substantive advice privately and not on a freaking live stream.
Okay, perfect. All right, thank you.
Oh
yeah, we did just turn this into a 3-person call that has absolutely no value to our callers. That's great. to our viewers. Yeah, sorry, I got distracted there a little bit.
That's lesson 1.
Back to Zog.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry. Fuck. What was the?
Let me complain about Israel more.
That's true. Yeah. No, talk about some Jews. Yeah, do that. Well, who are your favorite and least favorite Jewish people?
Favorite Jew. The rabbi that they get on Piers Morgan. That is clearly
the sex toy guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the sex toy guy.
Genius.
That's clearly
Hero.
going to trigger people.
Man of the people.
Least favorite Jew has got to be myself. 'Cause I hate myself.
Oh no! Self-hating Jew.
No.
Oh,
this ain't
that's
right.
Terrible. It's terrible.
This ain't right.
Oh god. Okay. All right. That's a bummer. Well,
Does
you know
President Sunday know that I'm Jewish? Huh?
You gotta yell it. You gotta yell it.
I think that's
President Sunday?
Yeah. Do you want to do a call out? Yeah. Do a call out. Yeah. You know what? Actually, you should yell that you'll debate him. You'll debate him. Yeah. Say you'll debate him, and then we'll clip it. It's perfect.
My god.
There you go.
I don't want to interact.
He said you're a coward because you're not willing to debate him, so you gotta go on there and try and argue why you're funny or something.
Oh my god, wait, hold on. I'm not to give you ideas, but fuck, if you were just to do like a round of debates where you agree with everyone in the first minute and just destroy their 2-hour content plans, that would be really fun.
Well, not to do any spoilers, but that's basically that's my plan if I'm ever in a debate. I'm just like, okay, oh yeah, no, I never thought about that before.
Absolutely, just
you're right.
Cave on every position. That would be amazing.
Well, part when you said you'd come on the show, me and Smug were paranoid that you were gonna be like coming on to like do something, right? We were like, what are we getting here, right? And we were wondering if it was part of like a wider plan of something you're plotting and scheming.
Oh, everyone thinks I'm gonna be this irony poison motherfucker when they talk to me, but I'm very sincere in my like interpersonal relationships, or at least I try to be as much as possible. It's how I wouldn't have been able to build the community that I've built if I didn't open up to people and stuff.
He said interpersonal relationship. I'm not parasocial with JREG anymore. It's just social. I've progressed from parasocial.
God, dude.
It's official.
Oh my god, dude, that's huge. Finally, you've gone there. I've been there for an entire week, but that's nice for you.
It'll never be the same. It'll never be the same.
Oh my god, reach it, get in there quick. Quick, get in there, quick.
Mwah. Ah!
Oh my god. Oh,
my god.
Whoa.
Ah, okay. All right. I feel a kind of way. I think I'm on that homo romantic arc now. This is not good.
Oh yeah.
Nice, dude. Nice.
Nothing wrong with being homo romantic. Nothing gay about that.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
it's true.
Yeah, I honestly.
It's very true.
Honestly, I watched that video and I was like, "Fuck, this is me. That's not good. That's not good.
No, you're just normal gay, dude.
I'm not. Okay. Well,
I've been through this.
I like fellas. I spend the rest of my life with them, and I do romantic things with them. That's fine. There's nothing gay about it.
Sweet. Yeah, you can cuddle your boys. Yeah. That's fine.
Smug does that, but he has no male friends and makes out with guys in the club.
Well, no, hold on. I do the thing. You know how like two girls will make out with each other for male attention. I make out with guys for female attention. I'm doing the opposite of that like lesbian thing.
Ooh.
It's a good tactic. It works
smart.
great. They love that shit. Yeah.
That's a good ploy. I'm also playing the long game with that one.
Yes. Yeah, it's true. Exactly. Yeah. I'm just pretending to be gay in the short term to get a long-term bitches. Absolutely.
You can min-max that as well. So sometimes I'll date a guy for up to 2 years.
You'll date a guy?
And the girls love me after that.
Yeah. They think they find you so non-threatening. It's great. And then you can do all the red pill shit, and they'll never see it coming because they think you're just a regular bisexual man. It's great. It's perfect.
But yeah, that's just bisexual men talking, dude.
Yeah. Sorry, chat. I realize that none of you understand how to get women, so this is all flying well over your heads. But if you ever wanna figure that one out, you can watch Drake's
That's
video.
a different $500 course.
Oh yeah, God. Fuck.
Yeah, I actually sell a course. It's only $1,000 a month for how to get women, and let me tell you, there's a lot of making out with men involved.
Yo, that's great. That's a self-sustaining economy as well. You send that out to OnlyFans, that shit pays for itself. It's good. You can actually, it's basically a multi-level marketing scheme. Wait. I think Andrew Tate did this one already. Fuck.
Yeah.
And so great success.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I had one last thing that I wanted to ask you, and then if you want to bail or ask us anything, then feel free. I don't want to take up too much of your very, very valuable time, especially when you've already committed.
Yeah, if you have any questions for us, like what's
exactly.
under my hat?
Obviously, we're kind of a big deal. You're on our show, so I'm sure that you've got some questions that you want to unwrap here. But
you can ask questions like, who is Evil Cheeto? Nobody knows.
Yeah, actually, yeah. We've got there's a whole arc going on here.
Okay, I'm being fed some questions to ask here. I'm writing these down. Okay, I continue.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, whiz, start DMing. Okay, I wanted to ask you one last question, which is, do you think that like debate as a form is dead? Because I kind of got this. I really loved. I'm sorry, I know it's lame, but
internet
debate.
Internet debate. You gotta clarify because Piers Morgan does very well.
Yeah, you're right. But like the sort of style of like Vosh, Destiny, like these kind of like the Twitch panels. I don't know how deep in that scene you were, but I just feel like it died and it keeps like trying to come back and falling apart again. And it feels like there's like some kind of psychic zeitgeist thing keeping it suppressed. Like there's something about it that fundamentally isn't working correctly, and I haven't quite sussed it out. And I feel like you're the kind of guy that might have figured out what's keeping the whole thing down, because there's something.
Why aren't they fighting anymore?
So are you saying like it's not working in the sense that people aren't interested in it, or it's not working in the sense that it's not affecting changing people's minds?
I guess kind of. But okay, so like my thinking, here's my argument for why it should work, but it seems like I'm wrong, and I'm trying to figure out why. My thinking is that it was good as like a content thing, because most collaboration can't happen with people that you hate and disagree with, for the most part. Like, most communities can kind of build collaboration only with interpersonal relationships, and kind of what seemed to work in debate is that, in the debate sphere, was that you could kind of collaborate with other similar-sized or big creators and get a foot in the door, even if you hated and disagreed with each other, because both participants benefited from the disagreement. But it seems like it's like I don't know, it's like there's something collapses. There's like some point where it keeps all falling apart over and over again. And I'm trying to figure out what the dynamic is. I'm asking a lot of people this, and I feel like you're the kind of guy that might, I don't know, have a sense of what's going on there.
I think that if there was like a debate between two big political commentators tomorrow, I'd probably watch it. So I think, like, spectacle-wise, I don't know. I watched Destiny versus Jordan Peterson stuff. That was like, wow, this guy's talking to that guy. I know these characters.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if it's dead. I think maybe it's like. Maybe it's not actually like you're not changing the person's mind that you're talking to, but I don't know if it's ever has debate ever really been about that, or is it's more about like you're talking to the audience?
Well, I think I think what Smug's talking about is like the very small. On Twitch, there was a very small debate scene where it was less so about who you were and more so about like the strength of the argument, and that got really popular around like COVID time. There was like 2-3 years, and it's the scene that like me and like Smug sort of came up in, is this like super aggro debate space. The reason we started talking in the first place is because we were arguing with each other, you know? So there's
I
like this
see.
weird thing of like
Never
not
stopped.
super big people, not like famous people, but like smaller, like mid to small people don't really have that space anymore. And I think part of me at least, I think it's because like communities or like political communities are a little bit more disconnected and insular than they used to be.
Okay, I could buy that. I could buy that frame. I'm not super involved with the debate blood sport stuff. Honestly, I'm peripheral to it. So you guys probably would know more about it than me. But based off what you're saying, that sounds like it tracks. And I think like if you guys met each other from arguing, I think that's one of the relationships I think that a lot of us are missing out on is like a good rivalry, like someone who like fundamentally disagrees with you. My rival is CJ the X. They're an excellent rival.
Oh, I love CJ.
And
They're great.
it's a very loving rivalry, but we also have these fundamental philosophical disagreements, and we butt heads a lot. And but it's fun to work with them on projects and try to get through those disagreements, and also have this public rivalry where it's like, oh, you're building this community, but I'm like successful on my own right, and but you're very like vulgar and crass, and like you'll do a bunch of like things on the ground, and I'm more like high up in the tower. So there's a lot of but it's fun, and we work off each other. And I think it's like a debate where you disagree with someone, but you can still have a good conversation with them, and you can maybe connect on some other elements. That's like we're missing that. It's sad. It's another part of atomization. And so I think I would be pro more of those mid-level creators arguing with each other. I think that would be probably a good development.
I think, I that feels like kind of the unique thing we have, is that I don't see very many rivalries. I feel like me and Wiz disagree so hard. Sometimes there's too much friction, and we get bogged down in it, but, like, I think that is probably the main thing that
You're
we
lying.
have that... Okay.
He's insane.
I think that's the main thing that we benefit from, is that I truly do hate this man. Like, I mean, I work with him and I like him, but I hate him more than anything. He's
wow,
like
interesting.
my greatest frustration.
I think nothing about you. I look at you and I feel nothing.
Oh my god! I'm gonna kill you! I'm gonna kill you, you little frog! Jesus! Oh no, that's the wrong hat. Whoop! There we go.
You're so angry, you switched hats.
Yeah.
Based.
Yeah.
Okay. My questions for you. Okay. What's I wrote down the things you fed to me, and one of them was like I asked what's on the frog's hat.
Oh my god, I hate him. I hate him.
What's
so
on
much.
I got a little smiley face. If you look close
I'll go.
enough, I've got a tiny little smiley face. It's really small. Wait, let me make myself bigger.
Oh no. I was not prepared for this. Whoa!
He's got this.
You're huge, dude! Here's a tiny little smiley
Oh.
face.
Whoa. You see it?
Yes, I see the smiley face. Okay, good.
There you go.
Wiz,
Good.
are you using our hyper-agreeable guest to
Boom.
feed him
this
you
out.
questions
Should I have my shoes?
about your personal little details that you added to your character? Is that actually what's happening right
You're
now?
gonna notice all the questions I have here are based off of agreeableness, because someone in the chat asked me to ask you what your goals were. Like, what's your long-term strategy? Like, what's
fuck.
what's the ideal for you in like 5 years? Both of you guys.
Hopefully they bring back Bionicle, because they've cancelled that Lego theme twice now, and both times it was unjust. Hopefully the next season of Doctor Who lands the plane with its season finale, because this year, although it was a really good season, Ncuti Gatwa, he's a great Doctor, he's doing really well. The adventures were fun, but when it came to the series finale, it just didn't land. Hopefully the Transformers maintains the quality of toys it's been releasing, because
Just say the word.
it had really good toys the past 2 or 3 years. And if they slip in quality like they used to, I'll be pretty bummed about that. What else do I want?
Oh, he's gonna go off.
Can I just make
This is gonna
demands?
take a
Is
while.
that what this is?
Just meet me in my dressing room afterwards. We'll debrief. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Smug, what do you want? What do you want?
Huh? What?
Sorry, I've been so
What?
selfish. I've been so
I-
selfish. That's very sorry of me.
I don't know. I've got like a real life with like a real tech job where I have a lot of stock options. So I'm just gonna sit on. I'm just
is
exploiting.
unreal.
It's gross. I'm just
Sounds like a
exploiting
lie.
the current economic system so that I can do the funny snail thing while I make a pile of money for minimal work. I'm in that PMC, baby. Let's go.
Oh,
And then I guess
Ooh.
That's the dream. That's the dream. If you can get
Honestly.
a PMC job, it's
Oh my God.
preferable to being any kind of internet character. You get more money, and President Sunday doesn't make a video.
Well, I'm trying.
I trade it all for President Sunday video, JREG. Don't know how lucky you are. I trade it all.
Yeah, I'm trying to do both. I think the PMC is like I found a lovely loophole in capitalism where I get a pile of money for not too much work. So now I can be a funny little snail guy and do art without any economic coercion. It's kind of best of both worlds. I got a pile of money, and I get to use it to be dumb. Ooh, and now
okay.
Just...
Let me ask one more question. So like, if you guys could get, which guest do you think would be best for you guys? Like, if you could pick any guest.
That's a good question. Honestly, before this, obviously, it would have been you. Now, I'm not sure, because I feel like...
You have no idea how...
insane.
How slim a chance we thought this would be.
Yeah.
I don't know where else it would go from here.
We need... Because JREG is...
There's that guy that did the 9-hour-long Bionicle video. Have you seen that?
Oh, God.
It's crazy.
You think that guy's inundated with requests to like come on a show where he gets to be a snail?
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
I think I try to make myself as accessible to smaller creators as I can to kind of show people that like you can get people if you just ask, and you have a good vibe about you, and you've been consistent. Like I wouldn't have gone on the show if you had like 2 videos or 2 live streams, I think just remain consistent and then make a good pitch to someone that's like personalized to them, and you'll do well.
I think CJ the X wouldn't be bad though. Like I quite like their stuff as well, and I think that they have some like different sensibilities to you, but still like a similar. It's like a taste profile thing almost. Like I feel like a lot of people don't really. Like
I think our only requirement for having someone on would be like they sort of get what this is.
Yeah.
That'd probably be our only requirement. Because if we get someone in that doesn't like get it or find it funny or whatever, then it's like a bummer.
That would be fucking hilarious. If you got FD Signifier on, he was just like,
yeah, wait, that would be good.
Why am I a fail?
What the fuck am I doing here? How did I get here?
I am a father. I am a father, and you're making me a snail? That'd be awesome. This would be funny.
Yeah. The gimmick is just that he's kidnapping people. I think that would be good. Like he's just teleporting them in.
I feel like you should up the level of fucking with the guest, and get someone on that doesn't know what's going to happen, and that'd be a fun stream. Torture them a little bit.
You just want us to do the fucking what's the show? What's that Adult Swim show called? I forget.
Eric Andre.
That's
it. And
yeah.
I'm saying do it like 10%, not like 100% like he does.
Yes, just get it weirder and weirder, not say anything.
CJ the X is my rival, so I am now in direct competition. If you get CJ the X on and they get more views than me, I'm gonna feel bad, and if I get more views, I'm gonna feel superior.
That's good.
So okay. I'd say give it a shot. CJ is very unreachable though, and this is one of our philosophical disagreements. Yeah. I try to make myself as reachable as possible and be on the ground as possible, and they try to stay at like high level above it all and ideate in their room. So we've
got the bait now. We planted the bait of it being a competition.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
Good.
All right.
Yeah.
I think you should give it a shot. Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
I'm gonna start spamming some channels. That'll work great.
Do it. Were there any messages from your audience that you were paying attention to that you want to ask or something?
Absolutely not. These guys are freaks.
I feel bad for when we don't engage with chat enough.
Oh, how about this? Okay, here's the compromise. Donate money for questions. You want to ask JREG something? You pay.
What happened? Oh, there we go. Whoops.
You pay. But you can ask him anything, and I'll ask it, and he'll answer, won't he?
I think I think they would definitely
absolutely.
While we're waiting for big money to roll in, of course, because this is a very rare moment to reach this extremely inaccessible ivory tower creator. No one's ever asked JREG a question before.
No one's ever gone to. This is the first time he's ever done an appearance on anything, even his own channel.
I don't even know who this guy is. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever seen him.
That'd be pretty crazy. Huh?
JREG loves our chat more than us.
You should just get one of your friends on and pretend like they're like a 1 million subscriber person. It's actually their first, their first appearance ever anywhere.
Yeah, that's a good shout. I think the broad critique was something we kind of covered a little bit, but I think a big one is that it just not taking. I guess you're playing around in a thing that a lot of people take very seriously and kills people, right? Like politics does ruin lives. It does like crush people's spirit. There are horrible things going on. Like, how dare you, JREG? How dare you play in a sandbox in which filled with the blood of children? Explain yourself.
Yeah, it's because I'm not actually playing though, and like I only say I'm playing to defend myself from like actual political threats. Like I got held up at the Canadian border when I was coming back from the States because they were like asking me all these fucking questions. So like, I'm actually like very aware of political realities. And I just try to tread carefully because of that, because these do have real world consequences. And I also think, my genuine political persuasion is like things are going to get so horrible over the next 30 years that you can't even imagine. So, yeah.
Okay.
It's not. I'm not really playing. But if an FBI agent asks me this, I will say I'm playing.
Okay, I understand. Okay, so you're like, I get it. Okay, so you're like half sad clowning and half like desperately screaming for everyone to wake up and start actually doing something, but it's all hopeless. So you may as well like dance while you're screaming.
Okay. I'll take it.
I hate the agreeableness. I hate it. I hate this guy. He stinks. Oh god! I wanna. Okay, it's fine. Wiz, you talk to him. I just want to argue with everything, and this guy's just like, yeah, all right, and it makes me want to carve my frontal cortex out with a fucking spoon.
I don't know, dude. I think it's okay.
No! Jesus Christ. Okay.
You being so upset about my agreeableness makes me want to become more disagreeable.
That's the plan. Yeah. That's great. Honestly, you are driving.
Oh, we got a question.
My eyes.
We got a question. Who is more trans, Kurt Cobain or Ted Krasinski?
Oh, great question. Probably Kurt. Okay, so like my view of you can be like a male to male transsexual for sure.
Yeah.
Like you can be someone who's transitioning into being more
or
male.
male to snail.
Or male to snail, as in my case. Before I was a male to snail, I was a male to more male, and it's because on the inside I'm like one of those guys on steroids. So I was taking gender affirming care. Now I don't think Kaczynski was trans, but I could imagine if Kaczynski was alive today, maybe Kaczynski would be trans. Now there's a psychiatrist that said that Kaczynski was trans. And they had he had sexual fantasies about being a woman. She was basically making the case that he was an autogynephile, and I think they were making that case because that was a rush job they did in like a couple of days. So like I don't trust that therapist's assessment of the Kaczynski situation, specifically because it was done in like 2 days, and Kaczynski to this day, well, he's dead now, but he was denying that was the case, and that they were just basically trying to label him as mentally ill so that we wouldn't have to take his critiques about industrial society seriously.
Wait, so you think they were trying to trans-label them in order to,
discredit them?
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, so our modern... Okay, hold on, sorry. So the discourse has reached the point where in order to make the guy who bombed people look crazy, you have to make him trans... Because I guess the right thinks the bombing part was fine, and actually you just what?
It was a part. It was So, but it was a part of a larger when he was arrested. This was like 40 years ago. It was a part of a larger campaign to try to label him as mentally ill, so that we wouldn't have to take anything he was saying.
Isn't there like a theory that MK Ultra tortured him into all that stuff?
Not a theory. He was a part of MK Ultra, the original parts of it. Not the like flashing images stuff, but. There was like a traumatic incident involving a lot of his peers, like berating his work. Like you write something down and then they all, and then but he says that didn't contribute to his trauma at all. Whether it did or it didn't, up for debate. But he claims that it didn't. He's very in his writings. He tries to come across as very like, this is just what I think. I'm not crazy. But then everyone around me is trying to make me out to be crazy.
I'm not crazy as well. Yeah.
Why does JREG know this much about Ted K? I don't know. At the end, I just like funny jokes on the internet, and that's it.
JREG, why is your Google Maps history have a pin on every single pipeline in a 500-mile radius? Can you explain that one?
All I'm saying is I watched How to Blow Up a Pipeline and I was like, this is good stuff. This is good
cool
stuff.
community,
I like this.
nice social group. It appeals to my interpersonal advice. My need for.
We got another question.
Really like that
We got another
movie.
question. Has Russia Today, or RT, I don't know who that is. I'm assuming it's Russia Today, but it could be anyone with the initials
retweet.
RT, ever called you again after the incident?
I was on Russia Today.
Yeah.
I did a little bit of an incident. They did. I did. Let's just say I didn't get on Russia Tomorrow after that one. But I don't know. No, they didn't respond or
They weren't
reach out to
annoyed.
me or
They didn't
complain or
like.
anything.
You don't have to like Geiger counter your breakfast cereal.
No, I didn't get a message about it or anything. And no Russian agents have assassinated me. So I think.
Already in
Well,
his
to be honest, you're
bloodstream. He would
glowing
be
green,
falling.
so I wouldn't be too
literally
hasty on
glowing.
that.
I'm literally glowing as we speak.
Something's happened. Maybe you're just immune to it.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
The MK Ultra stuff isn't verified too much. All right, shut up! Shut up! Okay, more money? No? Fuck you guys. You know what? You don't deserve our content. In fact, this was our last episode. JREG was here to give us a sign-off. He told us to be more consistent. I'm disagreeable. I'm actually just going to stop the show at this point. We're done.
Yeah, in the heat of the global warming sun, you guys are both drying up like the snail is.
Yeah.
Just like, and the frog has become gay because of all of the chemicals we put in the water. And
Oh, no.
and the pond is dried up, and he's just like baking in the sun. And yeah, we're all dead now.
It's so over.
Yep, they're boiling this frog.
This whole thing was literally a 28 episode scam to get to talk to you because I know that you won't talk to parasocial fans. So I just made a whole TV show for 6 months just to get to chat to you for a minute. And now I've got some.
I'll send you all
calls.
the boy band posters I made after this.
Oh no.
Yes, and get the free calls and guilt me into the free calls. Three of which you will get for free. Just ask me. I'll send you a link. But one thing I will say is I will engage parasocially with people all the time. And the guy that I made this entire community with just recognized me outside of Dollarama. So all you have to do is find me in person.
Oh my God.
And that's all you got to do. So if there's any schizophrenics in the area, come find me. Come get me.
Oh my God.
What's your choice of weapon to be bludgeoned with if the schizo finds you and decides that you've gone too far?
I would want to get killed quickly, so probably like a pistol or something like that.
Maybe like a schizo. What's the Shinzo Abe pistol? At least then you know they put love and care, craftsmanship.
Yeah. We got one last question. One last question, right?
Oh.
What is your purpose? Tell us your truth, JREG.
Tell us the truth. Oh man.
Oh, no.
Okay. What's my purpose? So, I think things are not working right now, status quo wise, and there needs to be a shift, some serious shifts, some serious updates to the way that we do things, whether that's universal basic income or a fascist ethno-state, whatever. Just give me something different, because I'm bored and I want to see the world change.
Let's fucking go.
Anyone advocating for change is good. And the people who are complaining about people who are advocating for change are bad. And the people who aren't doing anything are the worst. They who aren't saying anything, who are just keeping out of the whole discussion entirely. And climate migrants will swarm your country, and a fascist government will be elected to kill them within your lifetime. And you'll live to see a tactical nuke dropped in your lifetime. And America will annex Canada for natural resources. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, love you.